What up, Dokkanners? Hopefully you guys have had some good luck on the Dual Dokkan Festival Cell and Goku banners, because now that we've had a couple of days to digest these banners, it is time to look ahead and start talking about the Part 2 LR, because naturally that's where the conversation goes, right? Part 1 and then Part 2. We don't know what Part 2 LR is going to be yet. We don't know when it's going to be releasing. We don't even know when it's going to be revealed. So in this video, we're going to be talking about possible dates, what the possible LR could be, and when it could be revealed. So we're going to do all of that in this video. But first, let me know in the comments right now if you guys have spent more or less than 1,000 stones on this Dual Dokkan Festival celebration. If you guys have spent more than 1,000, say so. Let me know what kind of pulls you've had. If you haven't pulled or spent over 1,000 stones, then let me know what was the extent of your summoning experience. Did you just go on the discounts? Did you not even touch the banner at all? Let me know in the comments down below, because I want to see where people are at on this celebration. Because for me, you guys should know at this point, I went pretty crazy because Cell is one of my favorite characters, and it was a very painful process, which, I mean, it had a nice little redemptive portion at the end of the summoning, but yeah, it was very painful. So let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about the Part 2 celebration. As you guys recall, this is the same exact date that we had last year during the Golden Week celebration. Oh, spoiler alert. Dang it. I scrolled to the wrong. Okay, well, the 27th is when the Part 1 celebration was last year for Golden Week, which was global and JP at the same time. 28th for JP, 27th for, I mean, my part of the world, but some places of the world might have also been the 28th. This is when we got it, right? Part 2 starts 3 weeks after this, basically. I think it was like 21 or 22 days. Let me actually see. From the 28th until May 20, yeah, 22 days. So basically 3 weeks from Part 1, we get Part 2. And as you guys recall, Part 2 was Super 17. Now, what's funny about this, a little tidbit in Dokkan's history, Dokkan Volume 5, Dokkan Now Volume 5 was set to release on the 18th. So basically a day and a half or so before the Part 2 release. And this was supposed to be the moment where we learned about the new unit and everything that's coming up. We also received word about the B-Pan celebration. Let me actually pull it up right here. Yeah, this is where we got campaign details. We got word about the Streams the area. We got the B-Pan information. JP got this first. Global got this, I think, like a month later. And then, of course, the Super 17 quote-unquote reveal. Can't really call it a true reveal because 30 minutes before this Dokkan Now actually released, because this released 7:32 May 18th, 2021. Okay, at 7 p.m. May 18th, we got the LR information on the Global Dokkan Twitter, and I believe an hour prior to that, the LR info on JP released. So naturally, you know, all of Global Dokkan, all of Dokkan in general, got a big laugh out of this. It's just the nature of the data download, the dissemination of information. This is just an unavoidable thing that Dokkan clearly has no interest in changing, because it's been years and they continue to do the same thing. So I would not be surprised if we get some sort of announcement this year for some sort of video premiere, or perhaps we don't even get advanced word on it. We just get the information ahead of time, and then like 15 minutes later, we'll get a Twitter video with Koto talking about everything that's coming up that will already have been spoiled. I would not be surprised. So yeah, that was a very funny moment. Also, another fun fact, for those of you who are a fan of the Koto supremacy movement, this was actually the last video where I think his name was Sho. He was the acting producer for Global Dokkan. So he gave his farewell, and he basically talked about how Koto would be taking over, and she has been the new producer for Dokkan Global ever since. So let me know in the comments, hashtag Koto supremacy. You guys are big fans of her. Things have been, I think, you know, things have been moving in the right direction under her tutelage. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys recall this moment in Dokkan history. But anyway, back to the LR info. So the 18th of May is when we are theoretically supposed to be getting the reveal, the actual reveal of what the unit is going to be. And then about a day or so afterwards, we will actually get the unit in the banner for both Global and JP. So until then, it is the 3rd as of me recording this video. You're gonna have to be a little patient. We still got 2 more weeks to go before we find out what the LR is going to be. And based on the campaign details from last year, there was no way of being able to, you know, absolutely pinpoint that it was going to be Super 17. You could obviously guess, you know, within the context of GT, you could have in one of your guesses Super 17. I think Mastinga was probably one of the few notable people who might have been pining for Super 17, but in general, I don't think a lot of people were expecting that. I definitely wasn't. So in that same light, in this year, what can we expect to see? Now, last year for the GT Super Saiyans, it's not necessarily arc specific, because GT Super Saiyan Goku kind of spans the entirety of Dragon Ball GT, whereas GT Super Saiyan Vegeta maybe happens a little bit later. He wasn't around at all for the what is it, the Dark Dragon Balls, the Black Star Dragon Balls. I don't think he even showed up there, so he's a little bit after that. But this one spans a much wider time frame, whereas this year's Golden Week is the Cell Saga. So you might have a little bit of an easier time predicting what this year's Part 2 LR could be, and that is the focus of the next part of this video. The number one prediction that a lot of people are pining for, I understand why, is the Goodbye Goku, the Farewell Goku, because this is a pretty iconic moment. Pretty much every single other attack or animation in the arc has pretty much been covered, with the exception of maybe a couple of things that I will be talking about here. But this is a very iconic moment in Dragon Ball's history, because this is Goku saying goodbye, you know, sacrificing himself for his son, for the planet, killing King Kai. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. So I would like to see this as a Part 2 LR. I think it would be cool. We already have, I think it's a promotional SSR of this very moment, Goku saying goodbye. Actually, more specifically, it's probably this one. Yeah, this is the one right here. This is the last instant transmission of Super Saiyan Goku. This was a promotional art or something like that. I don't have the unit because obviously I am a much newer player, but I would like to see this as an LR and not as a support memory, because we have had moments in the past that we have wanted to see as an active skill or as a super attack animation that have instead been relegated to a support memory, where there is no voice acting and there's just no drama in the moment. I believe one example is Goku talking to Frieza. I think there's some like Goku Frieza Namek saga moment that was unfortunately turned into a support memory and not an actual LR unit. So yeah, this is what a lot of people want. Now, I don't actually want this more than a couple others, but I would like to see this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Goku fan, as you guys know. I am a big Vegeta stan, but I can't deny that this would be a great LR to see. We also haven't had an LR Goku alone, LR Super Saiyan Goku, in some time. I think we're owed one. You know, we've got like 18 of them. Let's get another one. Now, let's go through some of the units that I think could be possible other candidates. The first one being LR Super Trunks. There's no rhyme or reason for this. I can't give you anything as far as why I specifically think it could be LR Trunks, other than we don't really have any Super Trunks representation in the LR form. We have 3 Super Trunks units, Int, STR, actually 4 of them if we count the free-to-play exchange mechanic. So we've got Int, we've got 2 STRs, and we've got a physical. I think it would be a nice LR unit to include. I don't know what kind of animation it would be, but whatever it is, I would be more than happy to summon for an LR Super Trunks. We also don't have, I mean, actually we have a couple LR Trunkses. We've got the free-to-play Trunks and Bulma, we got the LR Super Saiyan Trunks, and then the free-to-play Prime Battle Trunks. Other than that, there's no other standalone Trunks. I don't know if you can really even call this a standalone Trunks. So yeah, let's have another Super Trunks, shall we? Not too bad. Now, the one that I actually want to be an LR, this is going to be stupid for a lot of you, but bear with me. I want the LR Z Fighters. I want this attack primarily. I want this shot where Piccolo, wow, it's so weird not saying it the Cell way, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin all blasting Cell on that final showdown between Gohan and Cell. I would like to see this as an LR attack animation. I don't know what they would do for the Ultra Super, or if this is the Ultra Super or the 12 key. I just think that would be a fun moment to have, because, you know, if you just think through the span of the Cell Saga, pretty much every attack and every animation has been accounted for, with the exception of this and the Goodbye Goku, because I was thinking maybe the Android 18 kick that broke Vegeta's arm, that's actually in the free-to-play Android 18 kissing Krillin unit. So I think this would be a cool one. It would obviously obliterate the categories, having a Joined Forces unit with the combination of Piccolo, Earthlings, maybe throw in some Saiyans in there. It would be a disaster category-wise. But as far as, you know, capturing a moment in Dokkan, in Dragon Ball, I would like it. But let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with that one. This is probably a hot take, but this is just my opinion. You know, I could totally be wrong. I might be completely, normally I am when it comes to these predictions, but I still wanted to share my thoughts on that one. Couple other ideas that I had, maybe a Cell or a Piccolo and Android 17 combo where they face off against Imperfect Cell. They could have some sort of a quick animation with their own individual attacks together. I don't know, this could be a nice moment to see. Also would obliterate your categories, androids and Namekians together. And the last one would be Cell Jr. I think Cell Jr., while I would never want this to be an LR, I think it is worth noting that the Cell Jr. army is a pretty notable presence in the arc. So it would, you know, I would be a pretty biased Dragon Ball fan to say that I don't think that this is worth encapsulating into an LR. It is. It is a pretty significant moment because this is the catalyst that turns Gohan into that wrathful Super Saiyan 2. This one, and obviously 16's head going. So those are some of my thoughts on what the Part 2 LR could be. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with any of these possibilities. There is no wrong answer because we have no clue what the Part 2 LR is going to be as of yet. But one thing's for certain, we will be finding out around maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe slightly less than 2 weeks from now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about my theories, my predictions? Can you guys manage to wait for 2 weeks to find out what the Part 2 LR is going to be, or is this going to drive you crazy? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.